patience saves pockets. I've heard this saying before, and people told me that it's especially true when buying sneakers. I've never really believed it though, because most sneakers that I know of usually go up in price over time. But the sneakers I'm going to be talking about in this video, I am glad I waited almost a year to buy them. And here they are, my favorite dunk to release over the last year. I will be reviewing the Nike Dunk Low Setsubun. Now these released last year, even though they didn't really have an official release date, some places in the States seem to have got them. They definitely did not release in Europe or Asia, which is too bad because as soon as I saw pictures of the shoe, I wanted them, but then I looked at what they were going for on StockX, and the prices, in my opinion, were just a bit too much for a pair of dunks, over $350 to $400 in some sizes. Now I don't often pay resale for sneakers, mainly because there's like 10 sneakers releasing every weekend. If I don't hit, whatever, it's on to the next one, I'll accept my L. I only ever pay resale for a shoe if I'm still thinking about that shoe even several months later. And this pair right here, the Nike Dunk Low Setsubun, I pretty much never stopped thinking about it, and luckily on February the 3rd there seems to have been an official release date for these only in Japan from what I can tell. And right after the release I saw resale prices drop significantly, so I went ahead and I put in my bid over at StockX. My pair even came with the Japanese Nike tag. I managed to get this pair for under $200, which I was very happy with. And having these in hand, these were so worth the wait. Now that February the 3rd release date is significant because it is a very special day in Japanese culture. It is the date of the Japanese Setsubun festival, which literally translates to seasonal division. It's a traditional Japanese festival where people celebrate the beginning of spring, and it usually involves the throwing of beans. So people throw beans out of their house and they throw them inside their house as well. And all those different beans, maybe that is where this colorway inspiration came from, because I absolutely love the colorway, all of these different earth tones, different shades of brown you see on the shoe. On the mudguard you have this nice chocolate brown color, and you see the same color on the tongue as well. And then looking at the toe box on this, so the toe box features a lighter, more sandy looking color. And then as we move towards the back of the shoe, it is I would say a medium brown color, so kind of like a tan brown. 3 different shades of brown going on the shoe. This is somewhat of a Travis Scott colorway. You also get this big hit of purple on the swoosh. I mean, really guys, when it comes to just the colorway alone, this is simply, in my opinion, one of the nicest colorways I have seen on a Dunk Low. I knew I had to have these. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think of the colorway on these Nike Dunk Low Setsubuns? There's a lot of interesting little details on the shoe as well. So first of all, with the materials used. So if you look closely at the swoosh, you'll see that it's made out of a cracked leather, which is similar to the type of leather you saw on the Ama Maniere ones. And the leather that is used on the sandy brown portions of the shoe, that's also a cracked leather, but it's slightly different. It seems like the cracks are slightly bigger on there. You also get a little mini swoosh on the mudguard as well, which honestly I'm not a big fan of. If there's one thing I would have removed from the shoe, it would probably be that mini swoosh. As we look at the back of the shoe, you see this interesting little embroidery, and it is the image of Tsuno Daishi, also known as the Great Horned Monster, and you'll actually notice his horns are 2 different Nike swooshes. He's not an evil monster in Japanese culture, by the way. Tsuno Daishi is actually a demon that is supposed to protect the family and the household. The craziest detail about the shoe, however, has to be the insoles. Unfortunately, I can't really take them out because they seem to be stuck to the bottom, so I'm just gonna show you guys this image here. There is some incredible artwork here from the Japanese Edo period. Simply one of the nicest insoles I've seen this year. And then moving down to the outsole, you get a gum outsole, which I would describe as almost transparent. They also come with a blue pair of laces in case you guys are wondering. But I'm definitely planning to switch these out and throw on some rope laces, which you can also get from my shop, Elevate Laces. The links are in the description. I'm honestly so happy to add these to the collection. Considering that as of now, we've only officially had an Asian release, that actually makes this dunk a pretty rare pair of dunks. We all know as a sneakerhead, it's nice to have something that not a lot of people have. Whether or not it's hype doesn't really matter. What matters is how special the shoe is to you, and these definitely, considering how long I've been on the hunt for them and just how big of a fan I am of Japanese culture, I definitely needed these. Great timing as well. I will actually be going back to Japan in a couple of months, so these are definitely gonna be on feet. For sizing on these, they fit me just like any other pair of Dunks. For me, it fits perfectly at true to size. For comparison purposes, that is for me a half size higher than an Air Force One, and it's the same size as a Jordan 1 or an Air Max 1. The materials are definitely slightly more premium on this, so they do feel good on feet as soon as you wear them. And as far as resale prices go, they're gonna look very different depending on where you log in from. What you see here are the prices based in Europe, so that would include all the customs you would normally pay. Not too bad really, considering this has only been a Japanese release. I'm pretty happy with these prices. I will leave a StockX affiliate link in the description in case you guys are thinking of copying. Overall, the Nike Dunk Low Setsubuns, are these a cop or a drop? I know the dunk hype has died down quite a bit, there's no denying that. However, it doesn't matter in this case. This is a great colorway, a great pair of shoes. And not just the colorway, there's just so many interesting details with this pair, from the beautiful artwork on the insoles, the different types of leather used. And I think overall, it's actually a pretty wearable colorway. I'm definitely loving these. These are a cop. Do not forget to check out my Instagram and my TikTok, dropping a lot of content on there. And while you're at it, check out the podcast as well, the Kickback Pod. All of the links are in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.